Folks, we are live. Welcome to Gamers Hell. This is a Saturday night, the Saturday night before North Texas RPG Con. So there's a woot woot. Man, I'm showing my age when I say woot woot, aren't I?
What are you trying to say? Ooh, ooh.
No,
No.
like woot woot, like the Arsenio Hall and a.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm showing my age, man. Showing my age. Don, TXG, Tammy.
Hello.
Yeah, we're having pretty good weather too, so my window is open. But if you hear
You're going to hear screaming kids.
if you hear children that are either being tortured
Mhm.
or having an insanely good time, and you can't tell which one,
And they do it all day long. But
yeah,
they're happy noises, and
Yeah.
so it's not
it's
not bad.
Yeah, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
It really could be. And I have to admit, I have turned into that. Hey, Joseph, welcome. I have turned into that angry asshole.
Get off my lawn.
And not with these kids, all right?
No.
But
More with adults.
More with adults because we have.
Yeah, you'll greet those kids.
Yeah, I'll say hi to them. They'll say hi to me, and it's like, yeah, I'm doing yard work. They're probably like, wow, this is the only guy who does any yard work in the whole neighborhood because they always see me out.
Everything is concrete.
Yeah. But
otherwise.
Yep. Soon they're being tortured. Get off my lawn. So here's the I have neighbors that are diagonally, like my yard is like here, their yard diagonally attaches, and I have a lot of patience. And if it's a weekend and you're deciding to have your karaoke party with your the one cackling hen, I swear to God, could make me commit a homicide. But other than that, I'm pretty good about it. But when you start doing it on weekdays, and still going strong at 11 o'clock, and you're doing wrong because every time they do the happy birthday song.
Well, they didn't know that they did wrong until the police came.
Yeah, well.
And then they were like, oh, yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, no, it's a birthday party for everybody. Whose birthday? Don't you know? Somebody sometime, somewhere is having birthday.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, just it's somebody's birthday.
It's somebody's birthday somewhere. So happy birthday to you. And it's like, oh my God. So I lost my patience and I did do 311 online and it's calmed it down. Again, I don't time and a place. All right.
Don't say that too loudly. These kids can firebomb the house.
Oh, I doubt that.
And the window's open.
Yeah, well. In any case, we got the kids yelling next door anyway. That'll keep them going. We'll have our party tomorrow for Memorial Day, and we're going to have hot dogs and hamburgers and a nice little fire pit and maybe a block rocker.
I think your mom won't let the block rocker down.
Why not? We'll put like country music on.
Oh, hey, Dolly Parton, your mom and your sister.
Oh God, no, not Dolly.
Oh,
can we like
Don't tell me you don't like Jolene and working 9 to 5.
I won't tell you.
What's the matter with you?
I happen to like my country music more on the
Toby Keith side.
Not even Toby.
No,
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. Okay.
I mean, I could listen to Johnny Cash.
I was giving all these crazy options.
Toby Keith. It's like
no, like Toby Keith.
We can have our country YouTuber.
How about Luke Bryan?
I
like Luke Bryan.
How about our country YouTuber?
Oh yeah, that guy with the guitar. He's great. He sings all sorts of craziness.
Yes. So you see, we can make this work. We can make this work. Oh God, we did a lot. Listen, I gotta say, it's been beautiful weather. We've been doing a lot of yard work. And it's not a lot of yard work in like one day. Like we don't go out at like 10 o'clock in the morning, come in at 6 o'clock at night, all dirty, grimy, sweaty. with like dead bugs in your hair and smelling like the earth. We go out for maybe 2 hours at a pop. Weed, trim, plant. Today, I know some of you folks don't like lettuce, but we have greens and purples. We have like red lettuce. It's like purple.
So nice.
So that was our dinner tonight.
Mm-hmm.
The tomatoes aren't on. The tomato plants are getting big. They aren't bearing fruit yet, but we went food shopping for the first time in 2 weeks today.
Yes,
and we picked up. I don't know. I guess they're grape tomatoes because they're freaking huge. I was cutting these tomatoes.
Yeah, they were good though.
They were very good, very tasty, and it was fresh lettuce from the garden. Relatively fresh tomatoes. Bought them today. Shredded, like Mexican taco cheese. The 4 cheeses that you get from like Sorrento or something like that. And was it good chicken?
I
think it's good.
I think it's not. I think it's
not good.
It's very good, but it's it's a different name. It's good something.
All right.
It's not a double good. It's
all right. Well, in any case, it is like you can get like your Tyson chicken strips and such that are pre-cooked. You can just heat them up in the oven. They're breaded.
These are breaded with chickpeas or something.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
It's a low carb alternative. It's very tasty. Cooks up really nice.
And probably a better food value, like maybe not value for money, but
value for your carbs.
Value for nutrients.
Yeah. So it was a nice dinner. Yeah. It really was. We had for lunch that we were bad. We had DiGiorno self-rising crust. Frozen pizza. But hey, it didn't.
And we ate it in front of Pennywise.
Yes, I'm sorry. What?
Pennywise.
HBO, which is now Max, right? HBO Max is now Max. The series about Alfred Pennywise, whatever. The first episode was really good.
Somebody.
Yeah, the first episode actually could have played out over multiple episodes.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was really pretty well done. Like the characters so far.
Yeah.
But we hadn't, for some reason, this is from 2019. For some reason, we hadn't had a chance to watch it. Jeffrey, if you're driving in by car at cons, essentially you bring your own food and coolers and get a room that's refrigerated so you can store things like vegetables and milk. You know what? And something like TotalCon, that certainly is an option. This is Dallas, so we're flying in. But I will be bringing some of my
the low carbs,
my Catalina Crunch.
Yeah.
I figure I'll bring like 1 bag of that per day just so I can nosh throughout the day without hitting high carbs. And I'm sorry, Joseph, for making you hungry. What wasn't our intention, but honestly, the best way to eat well is to make tasty meals that are good for you, right? If you are, the worst part about eating healthy usually is the food tastes like shit, right? Let's be honest. Healthy food takes a little bit more effort to prep to make it.
And if you find some things that are really nice for you, then you are able to kind of look forward to it a little bit more and enjoy making it.
Yeah. So not every meal has to be the. I was within my numbers, but in general, you want to eat healthy. Eating greens, whether it is
salad
or broccoli or spinach or kale, it's one of those things that they've done studies that it shows that it holds off
Alzheimer's,
mental deterioration as you get older.
As does exercise, and I learned this too, like changing up the way you exercise. It can help with neuroplasticity and your ability to stay learning.
Right. So, the hard part about eating healthy food is making good for you food that tastes good takes work. It does. So like one of the meals that I was making for the longest time, now I've done a different shortcut. But we used to make omelets, and one thing that eggs are good for you. Eggs in too large a number aren't good for you, right? Especially if you're watching your cholesterol. Egg whites are good for you. Egg whites taste like egg whites. They don't. That's not where the flavor is. The yolk is where the flavor is. So generally speaking, when I like in the morning now, I'll scramble up an egg for Rach, an egg for me, and I'll put in a serving of egg whites. Cardboard, milk carton type of egg whites, measure amount, and you don't realize that you're basically stretching out one yolk to cover 2 eggs.
And so you get to enjoy just egg.
Right. So I do that, and that when I fry that up in a pan, it's a scrambled egg, but I don't scramble it. I just let it fry up like that. Then I flip it, cut it down the middle, sprinkle a little cheese on it, fold it 3 ways so it's down, and then we get the Jimmy Dean mini breakfast biscuits. So I'm going to try the mini pancakes,
so that we can have like mini
McGriddles, and kind of the sausage. Is it a perfect low carb breakfast? Certainly no, but is it filling, and is it healthier?
And is it controlled?
It's
to
controlled.
Some degree, yeah.
It's a lot of this is about controlling serving size and what you're eating and what you're literally inhaling. Sometimes people the way they eat. Tom, I like all greens except iceberg lettuce. I grew up on thinking that the only lettuce that one had was iceberg lettuce. And then as I got older, I found out there were so many different other types of lettuce.
Yes.
I will not buy iceberg lettuce these days. Refuse to.
I think we've been kind of like that.
TXG, I can do salads and pancakes really well, but anything else, forget it. Pam's pancakes. It's not cheap, but
it's a low carb.
It's a low carb,
they have a lot of different flavors.
Tasty. Yes, yeah, they got the chocolate chip, they got the red velvet, they got plain.
We haven't had the white chocolate one yet.
No, but they do some really, really good stuff. And when we get into the mood for pancakes, listen, the thing with pancakes is I take whatever the recipe says, and I'm not making 1 or 2 servings. I'm making 4, 5, 6 servings because I want to make enough that I can refrigerate or freeze the leftovers, and then I can have some easy breakfast to make stuff later. So, that's usually when my niece stays over. I was like, Shannon, do you want pancakes tomorrow? Yeah, and she likes. I tell them that these are healthier pancakes.
She really enjoyed the red velvet.
Oh my God!
Well, if you tell her it's healthier, she will be glad of that. She's not, completely against like anything healthy. She's open.
Yep.
Very open, so that's good.
Yeah, I prefer. I'm not a big kale person. I do prefer spinach. I like broccoli, but I don't like it when it's boiled to like a mush. But I do like broccoli. I've having bought the pre-made cauliflower fried rice at Costco. I was able to do a pretty good job of making my own cauliflower fried rice from rice cauliflower. The secret is you have to get a low sodium soy sauce. That's really where the key is. You don't want all that sodium.
Did we get that one from Amazon?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And at last, I had 2 bottles. I gave one to Casey, our son's fiance. So, and my son's flying in tonight. Infamous for the surprise. But
I think the surprise is going to be on him.
Well, I think so. Well, he didn't tell me he didn't tell me his flight info because I'd have to not be on here to pick him up. So I guess he figured it out when Casey said.
I'm sure she told him.
She told him. He wanted her to come along on the pickup, and she goes, "You do realize that the parents have their Gamers Health live stream tonight." Jeffrey, foods which are shelf stable at room temperature, like apples and bananas, are good. But if you're on a keto diet, then you need low carb protein bars to give yourself a continuous feed of energy.
Mm.
And there's a lot of stuff that's out there. There's a lot of stuff that you can look at. The thing with trying to eat healthy is when you go shopping for food, you avoid certain aisles. You avoid certain parts of certain aisles. Okay, like when I know that I'm going to be prepping stuff in the future, it's like, all right, I want to make a pasta primavera using the konjac pasta. So I know it's going to be low carb pasta, and I'm going to be using maybe peppers and tomatoes. This is stuff that I like to do in the summertime. I'm going to pick the stuff fresh from the garden, and get an onion and chop the onion up, and then cook that stuff down, and then make a little sauce to go with it and put in the pasta. Delicious. You don't feel like you're eating something that is low carb, that's healthy for you. And that's the whole thing. You got to go with taste. My spice, one day I should just hold up my spice collection because it impresses me.
Yeah, I don't think the cord is long enough to.
No, I couldn't get out. And it's in
stretch the camera there.
It's in two places. It's over the stove. It's over the stove's vent.
Maybe one day we can just pan and then
or I'll take some pictures and I'll put them up on the screen.
Yeah.
But having a good collection of spices is priceless. You need the fallbacks, the Italian seasoning, onion powder,
Mexican,
garlic powder, Mexican. But if you can cover all those bases, like when I make the salad dressing for Rach and I, it's vinegar, and I will use usually white wine vinegar, or maybe red wine vinegar, but I will always put a significant splash of balsamic. I don't go all balsamic, too strong, too powerful,
too sweet,
just enough to give it a little extra flavor. Then I go with olive oil, and then they have this whole thing about what you're supposed to do with spices. Screw that. I go with my Italian, a lot of Italian. I go with a lot of garlic, go with a lot of onion, and then maybe I'll start digging a little bit deeper and go, all right, what do we got here? Oh, garlic lovers, which has a few extra flavors. Oh, I want fresh pepper in there. And then you mix it and okay, that tastes good. And then you have a salad dressing that's going to last you for a couple of meals. Like today's salad dressing, that we had that prepared a couple of weeks ago. That's
we finished it today.
Yeah, I mean, and you're making it yourself, so you're not paying through the nose for something like that. You know what's going into it. And by the way, with olive oil, you do know that the general rule is find single-sourced olive oil that's coming from one country. You're more likely to be getting proper olive oil, something that's unadulterated if you're going through one country. So I tend to look. And if its price is too cheap, it probably is too cheap.
It's probably.
Joseph, I'm a diabetic and I'm about to have fried rice. I have to space out the insulin over 3 doses to have that be a really bad idea, but I didn't pick the meal. I love fried rice. And I got to say, too, when you make the cauliflower fried rice from rice cauliflower, one of the tricks is to cook that cauliflower down greatly. There's a lot of moisture in it, way too much if you want to make. It's not a complete fool your brain deal, but if you put in the vegetables, you put the flavors in, you chop up the chicken, and if you use chicken
like that vegetable, the cauliflower is a vegetable that will adapt to a lot of.
But if you want the consistency to be closer to what you're expecting, you really have to have the patience to cook down that cauliflower.
To cook every bit of moisture out.
Yeah, really, really.
So you're just left with the fibrous bits of the veggie.
Paul, roasted cauliflower and broccoli are the best olive oil and kosher salt. Brussels sprouts. I used to hate Brussels sprouts because my mother used to always boil them. Then we came across a recipe from one of those prepared meal kits.
Right.
And they roasted it in the oven with a little coating of olive oil on it. And my God, that was
I never had them until I came here.
Eye-opening. That changed the way I viewed Brussels sprouts. I was like, this is little shitty little cabbages. Who the hell wants this shit? And now I really, really do enjoy it. Paul, if I need sauce, an Italian dressing is my go-to. Bernstein's cheese Fantastico is my fave. Black pepper is awesome. Black pepper, though, my personal opinion with black pepper, if I'm at home, I want it cracked. I want to crack it myself. I've gotten Rach kind of hooked on the idea of, like, if you're using ketchup, especially if you're at a fast food restaurant using ketchup in your fries to put pepper in it. Right? I've gotten Rach used to that.
Yeah.
It does add a lot of flavor. I find it makes me slow down my eating with the fries too, and it makes them more savory. But and there's a theory that the pepper will help with calorie burn. I mean, if it's burning an extra
really, I didn't know that.
If it's burning an extra calorie, I'd be very surprised. But I like the fresh pepper. If I'm going to put pepper on something at like the dinner table or with breakfast, fresh pepper.
we don't buy just pepper shaker. We buy like
the grinder. Yeah. Don, speaking of diets, I will be in and out of here as it's a nice evening here, and we are making pizza in the grill. Nice.
Oh, you have that outdoor thing. Nice. A solo stove.
Yeah, nice cold wine, white wine.
Nice. That's gorgeous.
Like I said, tomorrow we break out the fire pit. And we have a fig tree in the back, which had a lot of dead growth that I was trimming out. I'm expecting that the fig tree, those twigs and branches are going to burn very sweet when we.
That's going to smell so nice.
So
yeah.
Jeffrey, there's a great oil and vinegar salad dressing I use. They use lemon as a way to bring out a bright, crisp flavor.
Oh, I'd like that.
I would use that, but that would only work for us if we were going to use it all at that moment. Because the lemon's not going to be shelf stable. Everything else is shelf stable. Paul, I have 2 racks of ribs on the grill at the moment. One rack with Kinder's barbecue sauce for the kids. The other rack with 1/2 Kinder's dry rub, salt, pepper, garlic powder. 1/2 Mayploy Thai barbecue sauce. You get me. You get me. Listen, we had salad with.
A little bit of chicken,
tomatoes, and a little cheese. I always throw a little cheese in. Now that the weather is getting warmer, I'm probably going to start picking up when the tomatoes start coming in. I'll be buying some fresh mozzarella. It's when the tomatoes come in enough. It's nice to make.
And we have our basil plants downstairs.
Yeah, make a nice tomato and mozzarella salad. Always a good thing. You can mix cauliflower in with your regular rice if you prepare it right, but this isn't done that way. That's true. Yeah, and I'm sure you could, but to me, it just makes like an extra step that I'm just like. I've had the cauliflower fried rice as the meal, right? Not as a side dish, as the main
course. Well, you put more than just.
But you put a lot. You put some vegetables in it. You put some chicken. You spice it.
Some people put egg. We haven't learned how to do that quite yet.
I don't want to put egg in it. No. Egg is a breakfast food. I just don't.
You don't like it when they put it in it?
No. Chinese spot? No. Paul, roasted beets semi-quartered with olive oil, salt, and pepper is excellent too for non-beet fans. I am a non-beet fan. And that's usually because in my family,
I've never eaten a beet.
My family, pickled beets are the beet, and I'm German. I should like pickled stuff, and I do.
It's already bitter.
I don't like pickled beets.
I don't know. I've never eaten a beet a day in my life. I just looked at it and sniffed it. Oh hell no!
But it's bitter, but it has a high sugar content too. On top of that,
it gets bittersweet. Then I don't know.
Because that's where beet sugar is actually where a lot of your sugar comes from.
Yeah.
Black pepper and seasoned salt makes the best fries. See how I'm belching has nothing to. Overclipped. Paul, I hate when rice cauliflower is drenched in vinegar. Ooh, no. If it's gonna be rice, man, make it fried rice. Salt, pepper, and olive oil roasted squash, personal fave. That's pretty good. We're not growing any spaghetti squash this year. We're growing zucchini and yellow squash, which again would make very good for pasta primavera. Slice it nice and thin, or cube it small. But I've also enjoyed spaghetti squash when it's prepared properly. Paul, I put mayploy on my salad occasionally. I'm not even sure what mayploy is.
What is that? I don't think I've heard of that.
I don't know. Egg and fried rice is okay. This is Joseph. This has chicken, tomatoes, egg, some veggies, cashews, and pineapple.
Ooh, it sounds like
that sounds like a Thai fried rice.
It's a Thai fried rice. Yum. Yeah. I love that.
Add a little bit of lime and black pepper. Yum.
And cilantro.
Tom, red flannel hash, diced beets and potatoes. And we use diced Spam. Absolutely delicious. My son's a fan of Spam. I am not. I've never cooked with Spam. Spam, so many things wrong with that. Yeah, I've never cooked with it, Tammy.
Yeah, when my mom died, Chris made it for us.
Yeah, no.
My brother was like, "No, I was like, eat the freaking Spam.
Eat the Spam. You will eat the Spam." Spam. So
just like any other salty breakfast meat.
All right, folks. So I guess I got to do this publicly. I've had both my parents and my wife tell me that I need a haircut.
Oh, are you gonna have them vote?
Oh my God! Actually, look how tall.
Yeah, we could braid that.
All right, so
we could put cornrows.
Yeah. So the back didn't get all that long, but it is getting a little finicky. So
different parts of your hair grow at different rates.
Everybody wants me to get my hair cut before the con. They want me to be presentable. I'm retired. I don't think being presentable is all that really necessary. But I don't want.
Are you saying you're deciding something, or are you gonna put it to the vote?
I'm gonna get some.
You're gonna put it to the vote of the internet.
Oh, it's not the internet.
Well, it's the community.
I mean, yeah, I got some hairs that like to dangle down and get into my eyes, which I haven't had that problem in a long. Oh, down to my.
Oh.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, we can absolutely braid that for you.
All righty then. So, although I did have one of my friends did say that I looked younger with the long hair. I will say that if I hair.
Who said that?
Joe. But then Joe's got long hair, so.
Okay, well,
but because he said short hair is for old stuffy guys, and that are working, and there's kind of like.
I mean, look, you could maybe put a little something in there, make it go back.
No, then Rach, you're gonna think that I'm actually working, and I'm working for the mob. I'm out there breaking legs. Hey.
Oh, you're working in a different way.
Yeah, TXT.
No, I don't mean greasy, but
Yeah, but listen.
Something.
Remember.
Different. Yeah.
Before I became a cop, when I was working retail, and I would let my hair go long, and I used to use a little mousse and mousse it up.
Mousse.
Somebody thought more than once that I was of the bent nose type. Hey, take whatever you want. Take whatever you want. Dude, I don't want anything. Take it. It's like, no, I don't want. I really don't want anything. Please, it's okay. TXG said, wait. Cornrow that fluff. Thank you, Paul. TXG, you still have hair. Let it grow.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Go hippie 10 car. Thank you, Tom. See now. You're hurting me to the quick, sir, when you say go hippie 10 car. You're hurting me to the quick.
Yeah, it'll work with the yoga hippie right next to you.
Oh, there we go. Joseph, Rachel's hair has to take forever to manage. I had mine down to my ass once, and it was so fine, so dense. and absolutely white, of course, if I washed it in distilled water. Yellow if I use city water.
Oh yeah, I think that's probably the only reason. I don't think it comes though. I use like every couple of weeks. I'll use like a purple shampoo that avoids like that helps you I guess tone down like because it can go brassy from like the city water. So it helps.
Instead it take 4 hours to dry it.
Oh, it takes forever to dry. I don't dry it in the house. I only get it like blown out once a year because it's very tight curls. So once or twice a year I'll have them blow it out for like a special occasion. And then people are like, oh my God, it's so crazy. It looks so neat, And then otherwise it's just like my crazy curls.
I tell you, she's got the crazy curls.
My crazy curls.
Joseph, I used purple shampoo once. It dyed my hair lavender.
Oh.
TXG started losing my hair in my mid-30s and ended shaving it all off. I had my first gray hair at, I believe it was 17. We were on our way to one of my mother's cousins' houses for like Easter, and me and my sister are sitting in the back seat of the car in a supermarket parking lot. My mother's running in to get like, I don't know, cake, cookies for dessert. Playing with my hair. I'm like eating it now. And my sister starts picking like my hair, like gorillas pick through other gorillas' hair looking for like bugs to eat.
Oh, she was trying to eat. Okay.
Yeah. And then she goes, "You have a gray hair." I go, "No, I don't." Boonk. And she shows it to me. I go, "All right, well, it's an aberration." Boonk. I'm like, what? She pulled like 3 hairs out, and I was like, "I stop. So I've been going gray forever. So maybe I'll get my hair cut. I happened to right before my freshman year of high school, in fact. All right, well.
Oh my gosh.
Tammy, Tom was bald when I met him, and then for our wedding, he grew some out, and I loved it. I won't let him go back while he still has a choice. Paul, at 17, I had my first gray hairs. So, but they say if it goes gray, it tends to stay. Right? Isn't that the same?
I think so.
So I guess that's a good sight. Yes. That's Joseph. So that's why, like Rach and I were a good match. It's like, hey, I started catching up early, Rach.
Yeah.
There you go. So we actually had an official topic for today. And I guess we kind of delved into it a little bit. It's how to maintain healthy habits while at a convention. Well, let's go. We're saying a convention because you're at a hotel that you're probably not going to be leaving too often. And when you do leave the hotel, you are leaving with other convention goers to do what?
Eat.
Maybe a Walmart run. But
for things to eat.
But yeah, for things to eat and drink. But you're basically
maybe a little hair conditioner, but
but you're literally, your con day is ruled by 2 things: the games that you are or events you are scheduled for, and your eating schedule. All right, and part of eating at a con means that a lot of times your choices to eat are not going to be the healthiest. There will be an open breakfast buffet again this year. There hadn't been for the last 2 years that we were there.
No.
And we missed it because you could get your omelets done and you could pick the healthier choices as opposed to just getting, they have a heated breakfast sandwich that you're entitled to or something like that.
Right.
So you have to make appropriate choices. Now, when we would go to Gamehole Con, the convention's hotel we would stay at had one of those waffle makers.
Mm-hmm.
And you would wind up making waffles because you had to, right? Because waffles are part of your...
And I think it was like powdered eggs or something.
the eggs weren't the greatest.
Yeah.
But it was free food, so you.
Yeah.
But some people
you weren't really going for the eggs. You were going more for the waffle.
Yeah, and maybe the bacon or the sausage. But here's the thing: when a lot of people when they go to a convention, especially if the breakfast is a buffet style, all you can eat, whether it's included or not, they eat enough at breakfast to hold them over till dinner. But then by the time dinner comes along, you're starving and you will want to eat anywhere and everywhere. And honestly, you're on vacation. You're gonna do it. And I'm not saying don't do it. What I am saying is if you do, like it's Dallas Fort Worth, what are we gonna be doing? I can guarantee you there's gonna be at least one barbecue run.
Maybe. Oh yeah, to like the Heart 8 or whatever barbecue spot.
So I mean, that's one of those things that are just it's part of what you're going to do. You got to realize that when you go to a barbecue spot, your eyes are often bigger than your stomach. Now I'm really going to have to realize that because on Mounjaro, my once a week injection, it's a lot like Ozempic. It prevents you from eating a lot. Well, it doesn't prevent you from eating a lot. You can eat a lot. You're just going to feel really, really sick as you're eating. So if you get too much food, you're not going to finish it. So you need to adjust your
portion.
Yeah.
With your
and realize that you are probably better off having a decent breakfast, but one that is not 2 meals worth. I'm going to bring snacks, low carb, tasty snacks,
things that are safe.
I really do love our Catalina Crunch, the snack mix, the cereal, but the snack mix. I mean, it's like, holy shit! And the fact that it's low carb, win-win. So, but you gotta prep this ahead of time. If we do I'm not sure if our room's gonna have a fridge or not. I don't remember if it did last year. It might have.
Yes, it did.
Okay, so if we do a Walmart run, we can get salads. We
did that last year.
We did that last year. You can just have stuff that's there for you that will allow you.
We got salads, little cheese, stick.
But part of the fun of a convention is socializing. And where do people socialize? At the bar. All right. What do they do when they're at the bar? They drink and they eat. And that's just part of it. You got to pay attention to it and pay attention to what you're drinking and how much you're drinking. I know that if I drink red wine, my fill line is much higher, and I can take a lot more alcohol in than if I decide to have like beer. Like they had Michelob on tap last year, and that was actually very nice on tap. Michelob Light or Michelob Ultra, Mich Ultra on tap. I know that with me and beer, somewhere around my third beer, I start losing my taste for it. No longer tastes that good. That's if you know yourself and you know where your body starts to say, yeah, you can stop, no longer enjoying it, then you can go, all right, give me a seltzer next. But if you're having something like, if you're a whiskey drinker and you know that you won't stop drinking whiskey, there are people out there. That won't stop. Maybe you shouldn't be drinking the whiskey. Just saying.
Right. You don't have, if you know it,
it goes down too quickly.
Yeah. Then don't have the first one.
Joseph, go to the barbecue place instead of the Denny's. Yeah, he was at that same hotel.
Yes.
Like a decade and a half ago.
We went one time for 5 guys, and then we came back and like 2 or 3 hours later, somebody said, "Oh, let's go across to Denny's." And we went across to Denny's. I was like, "No, I just want the I'll have the, I don't know." I was like, "I don't want anything because I'm full." And everybody orders breakfast. I'm like, "Okay, I'll have a health slam."
Because it says health in its title, it's got to be good.
And we all got back from there. I got so sick.
Brum.
Yes.
Brum.
Because there's too much food.
just flex the diet and lead into the bacon blue cheeseburger while at the con. They actually have some decent stuff on, like
they
con
do.
menu.
They have nice little nibbles, like in the bar, like little appetizers that are just so nice, and you know,
for a hotel, the food's
can
actually
easily
pretty good.
go out of control. But yeah, it's like you want to be able to enjoy the con. You want to be able to enjoy food while you're there, but not abuse food.
Joseph, there is a hole-in-the-wall place, literally walking distance, even in Texas, from the hotel.
Really?
You'll get better barbecue elsewhere, but I don't think there's bad barbecue place in Dallas. Well, here's the thing. We're looking at the weather, and what is walkable in Dallas may have just changed for us, because we've been in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Technically, it's Irving, but we've been down there when, it's only going to be 99. Oh, we're not hitting triple digits.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah,
it's like 90.
Yeah, so that might make certain things walkable.
Yeah,
we'll see. And that's the other thing too, like getting your exercise in. Now,
and then everybody also has like their, people who are coming there for the first time. They also have their vision of this is the barbecue place to try, and that kind of thing.
So getting your exercise in, like you can get your steps in. I'm going to say it's going to be pretty much guaranteed that if you're at a con and you're playing in different games and going from your hotel room up, back and forth to eat, to go to you're probably going to get 4,000 or 5,000 steps in just without even trying, But are you going to, if you wear your Apple Watch, are you going to get your 30 minutes in? I don't know. I'm going to be looking at it. I'm going to be paying attention to it. Now,
I probably would not.
I know Rach is going to be bringing her TRX.
Yes.
Now I got a question for you, Rach. Are you bringing TRX and your yoga mat, or just the TRX?
TRX, and I'm debating on the yoga mat because I thought I saw they had it in the gym, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I might do just in case. Because like the last con that we went to up in Massachusetts, the Total Con, that was the first time I ever used a hotel gym. Like a gym where females and males might possibly mix. So, I felt okay. I felt safe doing it, being there. Like at that place, at that con, I was the only one in there when I would go in, and generally, there might be one other person.
Yeah, wasn't that bad for you?
Yeah, so we'll see about this one. I know families are going to be using the pool, and that hotel, the gym is on the same floor right beside the pool, but I feel like I was able to use the treadmill and the weights and stuff in the hotel gym, so that this way I have a variety of things that I can do, and that there's always a backup if I feel for whatever reason uncomfortable in the hotel gym. I can do my TRX. I can, and it's just good to have because it's a very unique type of workout to do. So I like to bring it with me.
TXG
everywhere.
How are the prices at the grill in the hotel? The hotel, if you're getting your meals off of the con menu, it's not that bad. You probably have some options that are 9, 10, to year different. $12 or less, you're going to have options that you're going to be able to come in at. And I would say a choice between the fries and house-made chips, I would get the chips. Personally, I think that their potato chips are spot on.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But we've gotten I've gotten their brisket sandwich. Very nice, very tasty. I think they should have a burger on that menu, probably a chicken sandwich, probably a salad. I think they have like little mini pizzas on that menu.
Yeah, and those pizzas are nice. And they had like nacho appetizers and different things that you could, with different types of dip and, that kind of thing.
And you can get most of this stuff delivered to your game table.
Oh yeah, the girls come around.
Yeah, the girls are serving wenches, and that's what they call themselves. That they're not being sexist, but they will place your order, bring your food back, all that stuff. Just tip them well. But they are angels for, especially for people who are stuck, like work in a booth. They come around, they'll pick your food up for you. They basically work for tips. So again, tip well. Joseph, just dunk Rach in a 44-gallon drum of sunscreen.
Yes.
Oh, so Rach, who are you most excited to see again at North Texas RPG? That's Paul.
Oh my gosh. So many. I'm like, ooh. I'm so excited to. There's so many people that I'm excited to see again, but there's also people that we're going to meet for the first time in person. So that's really exciting too for me.
Like there are people that I see.
We did sign online in for
what?
Rasmussen's games.
Yes.
So we'll game with him. But there are so many that I look forward to see. Yes, Darlene. Who else?
It won't be Tim Cass this
No
year.
Tim Schneider?
I don't think Tim Schneider is going to make it. He's probably at some point.
I know he goes 1 year and then he'll have another year where he doesn't go.
Right, and he had eye problems, so
okay.
Yes, I don't know. But
and then like our usual our crew.
Oh yeah, Ty Beard.
Yes.
Zach Glazer.
Yes.
The Jens.
Absolutely.
Skeeter. I mean, there's just a lot of like
the whole cast of characters. Yeah. Mike, Christy.
And here's the thing. Like, I hang out with a lot of these people weekly, virtually, right? We do our live streams. So yes, I haven't seen Bad Mike in a year. It doesn't seem like I haven't seen Bad Mike in a year. Okay.
When you get there, it's like you haven't missed a beat.
Right. And then there are other people like, Jeff Talanian that I will see at other conventions. So like we saw him at TotalCon. That was great. So I don't want to go through a list of people and miss somebody.
Yeah.
Or name somebody who can't make it, and I went, oh shit, I need somebody who's not gonna be at the con. But I spend most of my time socializing. So here's my little con secret. If I have nothing to do, like if Rach is working out, or she's hanging out with the other women, it's okay. And I don't have a game scheduled. You know what? I pull up one of the chairs in the hallways outside the vending area. They have these chairs. Nice, plush, comfortable, and I'll sit down there with my iPad or my phone and just start scrolling through stuff and looking at stuff, and then people watch and who's going by. Oh, there's Ty. Oh, there's Zach. Oh, there's Keeter. Oh, and you just and people will see you. It's like, hey, 10 o'clock. I'm there to socialize. Gaming is secondary to the socialization for me. That's just how I see it. I'm there to renew my bonds with people, and I think that's important. I really, really do.
Yeah, I'm excited to meet. I'm really excited to meet the people that we've seen online, that maybe we've talked to on this or through some other means, and then feeling connected to them.
Yeah.
And then, but we have never actually shook their hand, or we've never, shared a drink or a meal, and it's just gonna be really cool to meet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already looking at it that I'm probably going to, when it comes to dinners, we've got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I got 5 nights of dinners. And the dinners, I can almost guarantee Rach and I are going to be with people, because there are people that we haven't seen in ages or haven't seen since the last North Texas. Like Chris Stodgill and I.
Chris Stodgill.
We match up once a year.
Your man, Glenn
Hallstrom, Old Man Grognard. We always do a run.
Yes, and his crew. Oh my God. Jason
from Long Island. Yep. So we tend to do a barbecue run with them, and you'll have other people. It could be like, if you go to North Texas, especially North Texas, you are not going to be lacking people to socialize with or sit down with. It's very much coming back home, even if it isn't your home. That's a rarity. It really is. It's a special thing. So next week when we are doing this, we'll be doing this from the convention center.
Yeah.
We'll probably grab a few random personalities. I mean, I think we'll be doing live streams Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I don't know about Sunday. Probably Sunday will be a con catch up.
Yeah.
But I mean, my first North Texas was so special, not just for me, but for Rach, that by Friday, Rach was like, "We're coming back next year."
Yeah.
And that says a lot. Tammy, we're so bummed.
Oh.
We are so bummed to get excited about going to North Texas, only to discover it was graduation weekend for one of our children.
Oh.
Which is super important, of course.
Yeah.
Bill Webb of Fraud God Games, who never misses North Texas, is missing North Texas because his son is graduating high school.
My gosh, I can't believe it.
These are kids that have grown up.
That we've seen them yearly. Yeah. Their yearly check-in. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe it now.
So, this is just stuff that you...
For, I guess, 9-10 years now. 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years, yes.
Yeah.
We've watched Johnny grow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and it's amazing when you there's a lot of I don't want to say children of the con. It sounds like children of the corn. But there are a lot of sons and daughters of personalities that are gamers that have been going to the con since they were, I don't know, 10, 12, 14. And, and all of a sudden you go, wait a second, so-and-so can drink now legally? What the? I remember, it's kind of like when you go like with Ben Barsh. It's like, I joke with Ben. It's like, Ben, I remember when you were just up to here on me. Ben's so damn tall. And now it's like, but the problem is, since you only saw these people once a year or maybe twice a year, they always seem so much younger to you because those early images stick into your head. It's how you remember them, and then all of a sudden it's like, holy crap. So it's a change, and it's a beautiful thing. And it's been interesting to watch North Texas change, because as Mike has been talking about, our guests at North Texas are getting older, our special guests. So a lot of the ones that were there yearly are no longer there yearly. Tim Cask, his last year was last year.
Oh.
Just too long a drive for him to make. He's doing it with Wampler. It's just too long. It's just too long a ride to make at his age, and that you understand that, and you feel for that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to watch that happening. Yeah, it's so weird remembering kids you held when they were babies and they're going to college.
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of look at our niece, right? I used to refer to her as Pinky. I got to stop referring to her as Pinky. Once in a while, I still do. But, I mean, she's 12, going on like 20 or something like that. I mean, this is what happens with my own son. I inherited him full time when his mother passed just before his 14th birthday. He turns 30 in 3 days. Holy shit! I just realized that. My God.
Yeah.
So this is the beautiful thing about life, right? It doesn't stop for anyone. Really doesn't. It just keeps moving on. Tammy, you were telling me, Joseph. I just saw. I guess. Oh, just saw your youngest photo on Thursday, as it was her last day of high school, and put it in a post of her first day of school in kindergarten. Blank. I just took. Sorry, there, Tammy. Usually, I'm pretty good at filling in words for the women in my life, but I failed on this one. But no, it really is a beautiful thing. So and of course, before conventions, I always get anxious. Right? You always get anxious before a convention.
I don't know if that's like the convention or is it the travel or
I think it's the travel. I think it's the flight. You get that pit in your stomach. Like, what if I get to the airport and the airport's shut down? What if my flight goes to the wrong city? It happened last year.
Oh yeah.
Because
they'll just know that if they're making the plane, you're out of luck. You probably spend the night.
Yeah. Find a comfy chair.
Yeah, just get comfortable, take some nice deep breaths, and just, wait for them to just turn it back around and wait for the storm to pass and land in your city.
Wow.
Or the city where you wanted to go. I mean.
Right. Tammy, her class did a cool thing. They took a pic of the first day of senior year at sunrise.
Aw.
You would not have gotten me up at sunrise to get my senior pic taken. God bless you, but no. And just on Thursday, gathered at the ocean for sunset on the last day of senior year.
That's beautiful.
Super cool idea. Not when you have to be the one getting up. I would have protested that. I'm sorry. Joseph, there's slightly more of that when you can't drive or read the signs or any of that.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah, I definitely have the travel anxiety. I will not travel alone unless it's here in New York City and I know my trains, I know where they go,
I mean, listen,
and into like the surrounding states, I can usually do okay, like on the metro, the big railroads. But planes, they do scare me in the way that I'm not going to see the screen. So I've never. One time I took a plane on my own, and my friend came to get me from the gate because you could do that then. It was before 9/11. Yeah, it was just before 9/11, and
you were a youngin'.
Yeah.
See now. A number of years ago, maybe it was our second or third North Texas, somebody complained that Rach was always by my side. This is just an observation. The person was trying to find reasons to make digs at me, and by extension made digs at Rach. But the reality is, we do separate often at conventions, part of which is because when Rach and I are out anywhere, Rach is like a dog with the old squirrel shit. And it's like, ooh, and she just kind of I turn around, I'm like, where did my wife go?
Because you have no patience if I look at stuff.
I don't know. You stopped numbers most of the time. It's like, where the hell did you go? So, we actually, and this is just, it was instinctual. We never discussed it. I whistle to find my wife often.
But that's no good anymore because people know your songs. I followed some. I hear this other guy whistling. You know that one?
Yes.
The Deep South, right? So I hear that and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's one of our favorite internet little things.
But I don't
I was
whistle.
like, oh, that's got to be him.
No.
And so I started walking towards the whistling and I looked at the guy. How you doing? That's not my husband.
You're not mine. Oh yeah, Find My iPhone can usually find your spouse.
That's true.
It's like beep beep. Actually, we could probably do point to point on our watches now too.
You used to do that to me. You used to do
Yeah.
the "Where's my iPhone?" and you'd find me in Macy's on the way home from work or
It's like
at the holiday market.
it's like, why is it taking so long for Rach to get home?
Oh, just got that.
Yeah, I got stuck
Just
late
had
at
a
work.
crisis at work. I left a little bit late.
And then I had to stop at Macy's for the bathroom. I didn't want to use it at my work. Why not use it at real? Because now
because that would be a shitty excuse not to go to Macy's.
Yes, I know. I worked retail for 8.5 years before I became a cop. And our public restrooms at Stearns in Flushing, New York, downtown Flushing, were used for drugs and hookups. Okay? Whether those hookups were same sex or opposite sex, whatever. So a lot of times you'd have the father come up to you with their daughter, like, where's the bathroom? Like, it's technically it's downstairs in the basement, but follow me, and I would take them to the employee's bathroom, and they'd be like, but I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not sending your child into a public restroom in this building. Security used to grab me as the extra body when they were doing raids to kick people out of the bathroom.
Really?
Oh yeah, because I was a bigger guy and I was more intimidating. So
I mean, I never saw that at the Macy's ladies' room. Generally, there's nobody in there. That's why it's so nice.
Public restrooms in New York City have gotten better in the years since then. I think there's been more attention to it. I think there's been more cameras placed outside of these bathrooms.
Well, and then also the fact that it's males. Whatever their orientation, they're males.
Listen, there was a long time where I would not go into a restroom in, like, I don't know, a mall.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see me going to restrooms is not a problem.
Oh yeah,
because the environment has changed as to how often they're cleaned. There's always people coming in to inspect it, so you're not having the opportunities that were rampant back in the 80s and early 90s. You know, so, and if we go back to that,
yeah,
it's going to be rough.
Yeah, you're right.
You two are adorable. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much. I'm gonna. At least I'm not deplorable. I'd rather be adorable. Yay! 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 We do try. We try very, very hard. No, we don't. This is just a natural shit. And a lot of people do, I'm sure, find us annoying.
That's okay.
That's okay.
We're an acquired taste.
There you go. And if you haven't acquired it yet, go pound sand. But I am looking forward to meeting a lot of fresh faces at North Texas this year. Or just a lot of people that, like Joe the lawyer, has never made it to North Texas. He's making it this year.
That's going to be fun.
And I get to see Joe maybe 2 or 3 times a year now. But it's going to be awesome seeing Joe at North Texas. Matt Jackson. I think hopefully you're Christopher in a year or 2. Nice. We're trying to get Rob Conley in. Tim Schwartz. I think once we get a few of these guys breaking the ice, they realize I can tell you how awesome North Texas is. And again, with the exception of like ShireCon and TotalCon, we can drive to. TotalCon's like a larger North Texas in a lot of ways.
And for the ladies too, or not just the ladies, but like for significant others also, it's a nice experience to go because you do get to meet often at this con folks significant others.
Yes. A lot of spouses.
Yes.
It really is. And that's significant because other cons you generally don't see that. But people bring their families to North Texas. People bring their families to TotalCon. People bring their families to ShireCon. GaryCon, it generally is less family going on. But there's larger cons too. I don't think that you can do it the same. But
and there's even like a special game like on Sundays for the spouses of the the group of gamers, and so that's really fun.
As Joseph says, like, Kelsey's going to be there. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. And that's the next generation of special guests. I mean, I'm going to be thrilled to meet James Raggy.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet James for the first time. And I've known James for the better part of a decade. But it's going to be really different getting a chance to really meet James and give the guy a hug when he's wearing his clothes, hopefully. Not spread out naked on the hotel bed. I don't want that image in my head again. I just really don't. Rachel's like, I don't even know it. Once it's been seen, it can't be unseen, Rach. Just so you know. Just so you know. So, I'm assuming my son's plane should be landing relatively shortly, which means we'll probably...
Yeah, I think it would have landed like 12 minutes ago.
No, last I checked, it was
delayed.
It was a later landing time, so
maybe we can go get him then.
Let's see. Preview flight. Oh, it landed on time. It landed at 9. It's on the runway.
Oh.
So, all right. Well, we'll send him an offer if he wants to pick up. We'll be there in about 20 minutes.
Sure.
All right, folks. So, listen, as always, thank you so much for joining this stream. 11 people watching right now. Holy crap. You are all amazing. Anybody come to North Texas, please. I might not recognize you, but you see my ugly mug.
Yeah, never hurts. Just hey, Rach.
Yes. There, find Rachel. Ignore the 10 car. Find Rachel.
Just look for the hair.
There you go. That's how you find it. Yeah. If Rachel's brain is wired like mine, what's seen can be unseen by looking away. There you go, Joseph. All right, folks. On that note, be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. We'll be back next week from North Texas RPG Con. Next live stream will be Wednesday at North Texas. More random shite tomorrow.
Oh, because it's gonna be you're gonna be doing on the pre-con Get It On.
Yeah. Oh, Mike and I will be causing troubles. I can guarantee you. All right, folks. God bless. Later.
Take care, everybody.
And maybe I'll get a haircut. Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah, no, don't put money down on that bet, though.
Yeah, we've had people been really encouraging with the hair, so.
Yeah, no, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.